Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and you are listening to another episode of the world famous University Love, the best show. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen? We are going to stop saying podcast, okay? Because this is not a podcast. This is a show, okay? And this is the best show since Seinfeld, okay, ladies and gentlemen? And so ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. We are going to rewind the tape, and we are going to do this one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, hello everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and you are listening to the world's greatest show. And 1, 2, 3 guys. But ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Today is March the 10th, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, come on in, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have something very exciting to talk to you about. Today, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we talked about discipline. Yesterday we talked about consistency. Yesterday we talked about a lot of things. Today we are going to talk about writing down your goals, studying your goals, focusing on your goals, focusing on yourself, building up your business, and getting rid of all the outside noise. Don't worry about who the president is. Don't worry about who your congressman is. Don't worry about the taxes. Don't worry about that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all of us get into the laboratory. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all of us get ourselves hat on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's find products. Let's make products. Let's create things. Let's get this party started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing this for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want all of you, everybody who listens to this show, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be the very best that you can be. I want you to reach heights that you thought were impossible because, ladies and gentlemen, nothing is impossible once you put your mind to it. And today we are going to talk about that, why you should write down your goals on a daily basis. And the reason why you should write them down, ladies and gentlemen, people that don't, people that fail to plan, don't plan at all. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and if you are not writing down goals, if you do not have something that you can see every day that says, hey, this is why I'm doing it, this is the motivation, this is the focus, this is the goal, these are the dreams, and ladies and gentlemen, what are you doing? As I talked about the other day, ladies and gentlemen, I know that people love to tell you, fly by the seat of your pants, ladies and gentlemen. We are not in that business no more. Ladies and gentlemen, take it from somebody who tried to fly by the seat of the pants for a while, ladies and gentlemen. That crap does not work, okay? You need a plan, you need thoughts, you need ideas, you need hope, you need dreams, okay? You need dreams, you need goals, you need things to look forward to, things to accomplish, things that you want to do, things. Big goals, small goals, little goals. Ladies and gentlemen, you need things that will get your juices going. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter if you are 10, it doesn't matter if you are 80 years old, ladies and gentlemen. There's always things that you want. There are always things that you can go obtain. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to discuss those today. Now, how are you doing today? It's Monday. It is Monday. At the time of this recording, ladies and gentlemen, it is pitch black outside. I am recording. I am still in the, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to run it down, but I'm gonna give. I haven't been to the Washington State, the area in a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I must say it is. I do not like it up here at all, ladies and gentlemen. Where do you want to start? Okay, they do the pay. They do. I don't know about you. Before we get started on hopes, dreams, goals, and all that, let's talk about the great state of Washington for a minute. Huh? Lovely place, beautiful, beautiful scenery, and all that. The trees, the rivers, the mountains, the snow caps. I enjoy the scenery. But other than that, this has been god awful. Okay, every time I come up here, it rains, which is fine. You know, I come up here, make a couple deliveries. I must say, between the bet it's not a lot. It's not a lot of room to park. Yeah, truck. Me and my wife, we're gonna buy an RV. We are going to tour the country. Okay, that is a goal of ours. We are going to do that. And I called my wife and I told my wife, I said, you better hope that this place is better when we are in the RV than it is right now. Because right now I am not a fan of the state of Washington. Okay? I went to get something to eat yesterday. It was expensive. I went back to this little hamburger place. That was a lovely place. They had good hamburgers. They had good French fries. Let me see the name of this place. That food was good. But all these places up here, they do paper straws. And I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but I got to thinking about myself last night. Paper straws suck, okay? Because they feel like they're just melting by the time you use it, you know? The paper straw. It's crazy. I stopped at a Walmart. I had to pay 8 cents for a bag, for a paper bag. The paper bag broke in like 2 seconds, disintegrated. I said 8 cents. I can't give back. I was annoyed. I was annoyed. They got all the recycling. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't they go harass Leonardo DiCaprio about his stupid jet? Why do they bother us? Why do they bother us about recycling? Huh? Recycling is a lot of shenanigans. You know, they're like, oh, we're gonna use paper straws. That's gonna save the environment. Okay, I don't think so. The name of the place I went to yesterday was Pickwick Drive-In. Okay, it was a nice hamburger place. So if you ever around the Washington area, the Seattle area, go to Pickwick Drive-In. They have great hamburgers, and lovely French fries, and the soda was pretty excellent as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a fan. I did not like it. I am ready to go. I gotta head back. I'm heading back to Georgia tomorrow. I'm excited. I can't wait. You know, but it's been nice recording the last couple of days up here. Uh, you know, but the paper straws and the recycling, and the traffic, and parking, it blows. Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna talk about goals. We are going to talk about you. I told you yesterday. I told you before. And lately I've been saying this a lot. We gotta get our selling on, okay? You gotta be a salesman, okay? Jesus himself was selling. We all have to sell. And if you wanna make money, you wanna make a good living, you gotta sell. Whether you're selling yourself, you're selling a product, you're selling a service. You know, it's just like any job. You want to stand out, you know? Who wants to be at the bottom of the barrel for 30 years? Nobody. Do you want to be at the bottom of the barrel at anything in life in 30 years? No. I got to talking to my wife and we was discussing planes because the plan is me, my wife, and my daughter, right around the time she goes to kindergarten, we're going to take her on a Disney cruise. We're going to do the Alaskan Disney cruise. You know, I look forward to that. And so we're going to fly to Seattle. And I told my wife, I said, you know, I'm putting you, I said, the older your daughter gets, me and her, we're flying coach. You do what you want to do. My wife wants to. My wife likes to enjoy flying. What's the one? Business coach, business class, or first class. You know, this is my wife. She can't sit in the back. You know, blah 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 blah. I don't care where they put me at on the plane. And I told my wife, I said, my daughter got to. You got to start from. You got to start from the back. Okay, I can't. I can't have my daughter being 8, 9, and she like, you know, I'm first class, Bucko. Now, Bucko, come on and sit in the back, and you can use the little iPad or whatever. I don't want her to use iPad too much, but just sit in the back with me and the other people. and you will be okay. And then I would tell my daughter one day, listen, don't complain, sweetheart, okay? I didn't get on a plane until I was 18, so relax your mother. Okay? We started you off we started you off flying. It's okay. I prefer the bus myself, but that's just a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you all this stuff, but we are going to break down gold. Now no no now what are goals? Because we're gonna talk a lot about selling and marketing this week. So today I just want to discuss goals and where's your notebook? Where's your paper? Where's your journal? Where do you put your thoughts? Where do you store your thoughts? Where do you store your ideas? Where are they at? Do you have a place? Do you write every day? Do you write goals every day? You know what are you doing? What's the game plan? What are we thinking? How are we gonna do it? What are we gonna do? Okay, and I'm telling you all this, ladies and gentlemen, because I want the very best for you. It is the year is 2025, ladies and gentlemen. You ever feel sometimes you go, you start off, you go up, and you get a good feeling, and you're running the race, and you're like, yeah, yeah, and you're running the race, and you feel good, and then at some point you start to go, oh God, I can't handle this bullshit no more. Then you want to quit. Okay. Sometimes I feel like, hey, my audience, you're going into a lull, you know, and sometimes you need a pick me up. The last couple of days, I hope this has been pick me up. So, what are we doing? What are the goals? Are you writing them down? How are you writing them? Are you writing long term, short term, medium term? Are you doing everything that's possible? Do you have a clear vision? The clearer the vision, the better off you will be. The more the better the picture that you can set in your mind, the easier it will be for you to obtain the goal. If you say, I want to be a hockey player in the NHL, okay. What what are you doing to do that? Are you training? Are you skating? Are you practicing your left hand, your right hand? Are you practicing? What are you doing? And so I tell you all this to say, what are you doing? Are you practicing every day? Because shooting blanks, my boy, just shooting with no aiming is not a good idea. Okay, what are we doing to obtain these goals? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I personally have a notebook and I have goals written on that, and I've been writing in it every day, every day, every day, every day. Me personally, I pray, I write goals, I work out, I record, I write, I drive, I repeat. I do this every day, every day, every day. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. At first I thought, man, this is boring. But it's not boring because I enjoy it. And the reason why I enjoy it is I like working for myself. I like having the idea of people buying my product, people buying my service, people want me to write the emails for them, people want me to do business as a copywriter for people. That makes me happy. And it's been a slow process. A lot of times I've been messing around too much, but it's been a slow process. But now the steam has picked up. I'm very excited about that. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to help you out. I want you to have the same success. But I tell you all that to say, ladies and gentlemen, you have to have a complete focus. I told you yesterday, consistency, and dedication. Every day. What are you doing every day? Every day are you doing it? Every day are you doing it? Every day are you doing it? It sounds boring, but it's not. The worst thing you can do is, I told you yesterday, I walked by a liquor store. Man, people that drink every day feel like they gotta, oh man, the pain, the pain, the pain, the pain. Listen, bad stuff. Stuff happens to people all the time. I'm not gonna say bad stuff, but stuff happens to people all the time. We all know people are gonna pass. Somebody's gonna get sick in your family. People get sick. People get cancer. People have health problems. People pass. People get older. They pass. People get into accidents. All types of things happen to people on an everyday basis. It's up to you to determine what are you gonna do about it. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna wallow in it? I had an uncle one time. My uncle said, "This is no lie." You know, hand on the Bible. Literally, I got my hand on the Bible. My grandma died in 1984. Okay, my mom's mom. Now I did not know her at all. I was 5 years old when she passed away. Okay, so she passed away. God rest her soul. She passed away, and I remember it was like I was in high school, so in the night I was in high. I started off in high school in 1993, kids. Okay, so in between 1993 and 1997, when I graduated, I had an uncle. My uncle's name is Jerry. Okay, that's the first time I ever said his real name. My uncle's name is Jerry. Okay, he has a nickname. It's a beautiful nickname. One day, if you email me, I'll tell you his nickname. But so one day he was drinking, and I was like, "Man, you always drinking, man. Where you gonna get that drinking up, man?" And he's like, "Man, I ain't been the same since my mama died." And I looked and I said, "Come on, your mama." Yeah, I said, "Man, grandma died in like 1984, man. What you talking about, man? What?" He's like, "I ain't been the same." And I'm like, "Yo, come on, man. You gotta be kidding." And I had a I had a friend I went to high school with. He was and he's my boy. That's my boy. That's my ace. And we really don't talk no more. But I remember his mom passed away. She was like 50. She was pretty young. She was like in her 50s though. And his mom was smoking and she had a heart attack or whatever. And I remember we were sitting outside. And I'm like, "Man, you all right, man? What's been going on with you, man?" This it was like a couple years later, since his mom passed. And he said, "Man, I ain't been the same since my mama passed." And I was like, "Man, for real, my boy, I ain't saying nothing bad about you, but you was smoking dope before your mama passed. So how you go try to use that as an excuse?" And he got mad and he said, "F you, man." And I'm like, "Come on, man. Come on, fam. I'm just being honest with you, man. You've been on the drugs. Your mama didn't want you to be on the drugs." I said, "You think your mama happy about you being on drugs? Nah, come on, man." So, excuses, excuses, excuses. Man, everybody, listen, I know, man, life, sometimes people, man, don't be, you got to get your mind right. You can't have a weak mind. When I walk by that liquor store, man, if I know every now and then people, oh man, they got a drink or whatever, but to be like over the age of like 25 and you just get drunk all the time, like that, man, you should be kind of embarrassed, and drinking and drinking and drinking to mask the pain. Like, man, they got so much therapy out here now. They got all these therapy apps you can get. I mean, you could always, you could be like me, get the Bible. I ain't judging. But all I'm saying is, a lot of times we come up with these stories. We come up with these excuses of why we ain't doing good, why we ain't making. And man, you have to just cut it out, man. You gotta just cut it out. Write your goals down. What's your ambition? What makes you happy? What makes you tick? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? Man, I'm not. I know people like, oh man, I want to be, rich. What's the definition of rich to you? Me personally, I don't care about being a billionaire. I don't need all that. But I want to be able to just say, hey, if my wife wants to if my wife wants to fly on get a stupid first class ticket every now and then, I want to be able to do that for her. She's a great mother. She's a great wife. I appreciate her greatly, and so I would like to show her that appreciation So for me personally, it's for me personally, it's not about I got to be a billionaire and I'm trying to sell. No, I want to create a good life, create a good living for me, my wife, my daughter. And I write my goals down and I have a focus. And I definitely, I still have to, you know, you know, I can't. Well, I ain't gonna say I can't, but me, they call me. I still own this truck. They call me up sometimes. They say, "Hey, we got this great load." I'm like, "Okay." Now, me personally, I want to get out of that, And so whenever, I've been ramping up the phone calls, ramping up the copywriting service, like, hey, do you need the service? Writing letters, calling people, hey, because at the end of the day, what I enjoy the most is being at home with my wife and my daughter and writing and reading the books and doing and studying the market and all that good stuff. I enjoy that a hell of a lot more than I enjoy driving the truck. Yeah, the loads are good and all that, but hey, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This is one job. This is one profession you ain't gonna get rich from. I'll tell you that. That's truck driving, especially owning one truck. You're never gonna. It is not like it's a recurring. It's not like it's a. Hey, I'm sleeping and making money driving the truck. Now, if I ain't driving the truck, no money is getting made. So that's just me personally. But I write all my goals down, all my ideas down, and I use me to motivate you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I can't sit here and say, well, in 1823, this guy did this and this guy did that. No. Sometimes you need to hear a story from a person that that you care, and that you love about. Which I know if you listen to the show, you gotta like me. So that's that. But ladies and gentlemen, write write your goals down, write your ideas down, write everything down. If you see something from the movies, write it down. You see something from a song, write it down. Somebody tells you something good, write it down. Write all this stuff down. Create products, create services. Study the market, study all the things that you need to do. And really hone in and really focus and really get going. Set your goals. Do it early in the morning. Do it late at night. Do it before you go to bed. But ladies and gentlemen, write those goals down every single day. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Don't capitulate. Okay? Get it together. Do better. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got. Okay? I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. My name is Tony Rizzano. We'll be back tomorrow with an all new episode of Online Marketing Move. But until then, ladies and gents, once again, God bless each and every one of you. And until tomorrow, peace.